Boom. Okay, we're live. Turn this AC down. Welcome back to another episode of the Dirty Bird Nation Report, the unofficial official podcast of Falcons Twitter. We are here on my lunch break again, so I'm gonna get a microphone, one of them TikTok microphones, so I can attach it to myself, so I have better audio. Cause I'm recording on my phone on my lunch breaks, y'all. Hence why I'm not on camera, cause y'all ain't gonna fucking try to stalk my ass. I know that fucking much. Anyways, we're here with Marcus, the number one Falcons fan in the nation, even though he's wearing Colts gear because he wants to be different so bad, y'all. Marcus is here. Marcus, how are you doing on this wonderful Monday?
I guess I feel okay. I'm feeling a little emotionally unavailable, feeling betrayed. I'm feeling like I've been lied to, but we don't have to get into our personal issues or whatnot. But outside of that, I'm feeling fine. I feel a little bit like I'm being used, but that it is what it is. You and whoever can do whatever, and I just do what I can. Carry my weight. Try to.
Jazz, get this man together. Don't have me ever pop up on this damn show again. Yeah,
That would
I'll
be
do
funny.
it.
That would be funny. That would be funny,
I
actually.
will do it
I
again.
know. I know. I'm just like I said. I see where I stand at. I'm gonna just try to play my position. I see how y'all get down, and that's that. It is what it is. I'm trying to. I'm not gonna
That's
get in my
why he's trying
feelings.
shit. He's trying to start shit on this glorious day. But we are gathered here today to talk about our loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. Um, hmm, I'll let you go with your overall thoughts first, okay? Your overall thoughts on like first, like just on the game as a
uh,
whole, and then I'll give you my thoughts because I think people will stop listening once I say what I gotta say.
I guess overall thoughts, man. Like, um, this game was more competitive than I thought it would be. If you listened last time, I did pick the Chiefs to win this game. I think what Southbreeze was saying about the offensive coordinator being a rookie, I think that kind of showed up a lot. And I still think, even though Kirk Cousins has looked better than what he looked like in game one, he's I still don't think he's where he needs to be for y'all to be able to win like those kinds of games. Because that was a winnable game, honestly. Like, I thought the Chiefs would have played better, but I think if Kirk Cousins plays a little bit better and the OC kind of gets his feet up under him, then that game goes a little bit different.
Okay, okay. So I also thought we'd lose to the Chiefs. I said it last week. I think I said it during off season and all that jazz, right?
Yep.
So my expectations were to lose. Did I want to lose? No, I did not want us to lose. It's the Chiefs. Like, it is the Chiefs. Like, it's the fucking Chiefs. So I am not upset at that loss. I am not upset with how we played overall. I think there's some things that need to be tweaking, which we'll get into, but I'm not upset at all. I think we did I think we played very well overall. So I'm not mad at it. I know, I know y'all gonna freak out because I
I
know a
felt
lot
like
of
there
people
was
are
I felt
mad
like there
at
was
it.
a butt coming there. I feel like there was a butt just waiting to just.
Bro, but there are things we needed to do. We need to work on to win the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we'll get into that. There are things we need to do. There are play calls that need to be made. Kirk needs to do better, you know, make better decisions, all that stuff. But overall, against the Chiefs, we're talking about the top team in the NFL today. And for the past, what, 3, 4 years? The top team, we held our own pretty damn well. I think so.
I agree.
Overall, no. Don't get me wrong, we're about to get into all the nitty gritty, but overall, if y'all just sit and think about it, we really didn't do that bad. Like the game could have been way worse. 5 points, like, come on now, against the Chiefs.
Moral
Y'all,
victory Mondays, baby.
yeah, y'all gotta give credit where credit is due. Now we're about to break down and get into all the bullshit, but
Here we
overall, come on now, y'all. And
go.
don't hate me. And you know I'm one to fucking be pissed off. But for week 3 against the top team, like if this was the Panthers, oh come on now. No, I'd be fucking cussing right now. You know, I'm already cussing, but I'd be going off. But it's the Chiefs, so hey, we held our own. That should be some positivity there. I'm just saying. Just saying. Don't hate me. Don't cuss me out now. We're about to get into the shit. All right. So that was overall. Now, start at the beginning of the game. We punched it in. First drive, Kirk and the team, they went down the field and scored. I was very shocked by that. I was like, whoa, who are these people? We scoring against the Chiefs? That's crazy. Drake ended up being wide open to get that touchdown. I was very surprised. I didn't even see him on the camera until they just shot over him being wide open when the ball was going to him. And we scored a touchdown on the first drive. We punched it in, punched him in their throats. I was like, oh, look at that. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, who was expecting us to do that? But we did. We did do that. So, yeah, punching in the first time, and then it kind of went back and forth a little bit downhill from there throughout the game. And we pretty much had to play not only the Chiefs, but also we had to play the refs.
Don't do that. I don't do that. Come on, man.
Hey,
I,
wait till you see the cover art.
oh my gosh.
Wait till you see the thumbnail. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, are we gonna skip to that? Can we skip to the end of the game, pretty much?
Yeah,
Can we skip to that, or are we gonna keep going?
we gonna keep going. We gonna
All
keep
right,
going.
all right.
We'll get there.
Okay, okay.
We'll get there. Okay, we gonna keep going.
I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be patient.
So look, so that happened. Two of our offensive linemen throughout the game went down with injuries. Unfortunately, we lost our center in the middle of the game, and then we lost McGarry. I was like, God, Lee, how do we lose two people, two offensive linemen in one game, y'all? I was like, all right, I cannot. I cannot. Both of them went down. McGarry's out, according to Rap Sheet, with the MCL sprain. It's just a sprain, thank goodness, because, I mean, we need him. We don't like him, but we need him. And so they said that's a sprain is usually like 4 to 6 weeks, so he should be back at some point. Oh, and then offense overall, Kirk was making a lot of boneheaded decisions, unfortunately. I mean, he played his regular self. Like, he seems to be getting back to his normal self, quote unquote, where he's just all right. You know, he did better than he did last week. So, I mean, there's progress there, but he also made some boneheaded decisions and some playmaking. Like, I know he saw that man coming to sack him. I forgot the man's name who sacked him, but I'm like, I know you saw him coming and you just stood there and
He
got
can't.
sacked.
I still think he's not. I don't think he's 100%. He's clearly not 100%. I'm not even sure if he's 90% at this point. He might be 70, 75%. Like man, I think it was like a third and like three, and like all he had to do was just step up in the pocket and walk for the first down. But because he can't move the way he needs to, he's a statue back there. He looks like, Peyton Manning in his last year in Denver.
Not Payne Manning's last year. Well, he
The
is on his
last
last
year.
years. He's on his last year, so yeah, he's looking like that. I don't even. Damn. Well, shit. I guess we get into the last play of the game since we talk about him. That 4th and inches. You talking about the 4th and inches call?
No, it was a third down. It was like 3rd and 3, I think. It was a passing play, and he just like tried to. It was like a lane just opened up, and he just didn't step through it. So
he didn't do that most of the game. Like the pocket would just collapse, and he would just be letting it collapse and not doing anything. And I was like, what is happening? But then he would make up for it and like shooting it to Pitts, shooting it to Mooney or Ray throughout the game. So it was
Ray
like,
Ray.
dang, Ray.
Ray
Yes,
Ray is
Ray.
wide receiver one apparently in Atlanta. Hey, y'all thought it was an Arthur Smith thing with the whole like, oh, we're not going to use our best players. Nah, it just might be an Atlanta thing. Like, why is Ray Ray getting so many touches and looks and targets when you have 3 players that were drafted in the top 10? Like, that's the thing I would be curious. Like, come on now,
Yeah,
get your actually good players the ball.
that is getting very annoying. Yes, this is a therapy session. We have Falcons therapy sessions once a week throughout the regular season. Thank you for joining and listening. And he will do a Coach Pod talk at some point. But if you didn't know, gaming with I don't want to mispronounce it, but you on the screen, he'll do one. But we appreciate you coming and listening in here to what you say is this poverty franchise, which arguably, it could be that. But don't worry, he'll do a Colts one. He's just a 2-teamer, loser. Loser. Got 2 teams instead of just one. Goddamn. Fuck.
Oh my gosh.
Goddamn. You need to get it together. Get it together. But
I'm terrible.
yeah, seeing Ray and Mooney, like, all right, I gotta say some apologies real quick. I was talking a lot of shit about them during the offseason because I was like, what the fuck? They haven't done anything on their team, so why are they here? And we're paying them so much money. But I'm seeing week after week the amount of speed they have and that they bring. I'm like, okay, I get it now. All right, they do bring that speed that we need to the team. So I'm like, okay. And Ray has been wide receiver 1, basically, over Drake. And well, Kyle Pitts isn't a wide receiver, but you know. Um, but he's been doing well. Like Ray, I'm like, okay, as soon as he gets the ball, he's out. Like he's gone. He's fast. And I think we all know, well, us black folks, all know that all Rays that we encounter are fast as fuck. I don't know why, but they can run very fast, just like Ray. And the man was running for his life. That face mask that happened in the game that wasn't called, people are debating if it's a face mask or not. The man's head turned. Like when he grabbed,
He grabbed
had
like
them.
the top. He didn't. Maybe I'm thinking. Maybe I missed that one, but I saw one where he grabbed like the top of his helmet and pulled it. Like he didn't grab the actual face mask. And what I saw, maybe I'm thinking of something different. But
See,
the thing is,
I
like,
thought he grabbed the face mask.
refs are gonna miss calls though. Like a ref missing
Man.
calls, a ref missing calls on either side, for the most part, is not what's gonna cost the game. Those don't cost games. They don't cost games.
I didn't say that play cost a game. I said it was a missed call because the man got whiplash.
Hmm.
He got his head turned backwards. So how did they not call that? But also, people in the comments, was that a missed call or not? Was that an actual face mask or not? I'll say yeah, because the man's head physically turned while his hands was gripping into his helmet.
You gotta grab the face mask. You gotta grab the face mask for it to be a face mask.
Okay. Gaming with, I don't want to mispronounce the name, dog. I don't want to mispronounce your name.
Dyron.
So that's why I'm not
Dyron.
saying it, because I don't want to
Dyron.
mispronounce it.
Dyron.
Dyron.
There
Okay,
you go.
Dyron.
Yeah.
All right. He says the rest be cheating for the Chiefs, and it wasn't a face mask. He grabbed his collar really hard. Okay.
I might be thinking of a different play because the play I saw, it looked like he grabbed like up here around his helmet. So I think I think I might have missed whatever play you're talking about. So
It's when Shit, I can't even remember what quarter it was. But he was running down the sideline.
Yeah, I probably missed that one then.
And shout out to Ant26. I've missed seeing you in this chat. Appreciate you coming here for these lunch chats. Said he didn't see his hand on his actual face mask, but it looked off. It did. I gotta go slow it down somehow and watch that. But okay. So it may or may not have been a face mask, but god damn it, it was a goddamn call. And them refs, they was cheating for the damn Chiefs the whole time. Well, we did get some calls eventually, but they were cheating for the Chiefs. Shit. Um, still, shit. Speaking of cheating, that DPI on Pitts in the end zone that they
Okay,
refused to
here we
call.
go. Here we go.
Let's discuss.
Let's do
Okay,
this one.
Kyle, you know what it looked like? That dancing moment. What was it? What was that movie?
With
Where
Patrick
he
Swayze in
picked
it.
up, yeah, with Patrick Swayze, and he picked up baby, and it was like, oh, hell, it could have been a reverse Titanic moment where they was
Yes.
on the end, and Leonardo DiCaprio was holding that girl up. That's what it looked like. That was a clear DPI. Everybody and their mama, people that hate the Falcons, they're like, bro, that was a DPI. And they did not call it. He had him in the air. He was holding him in the air. Like he just picked up his child after, the military homecomings where they pick the child up. That's what it
Okay.
looked like.
All right. So I got sent the. We'll go back to that, but I got sent the face mask call that you guys were talking about. I did see this play. I thought he grabbed him by the hair. That's what I thought initially. I thought he grabbed him by his hair and by
Mm,
the like and like Daron said in here, he grabbed him by like the collar right here. Like it wasn't a face mask. I think he grabbed him by his hair. Honestly,
okay.
he didn't grab the face mask. I'll send it to you. Let me see if I can send it to you. I don't know if you can look it on your phone, but yeah, he. That's not a face mask. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. Aunt said, ain't that much contact at one of them Diddy parties. Woo!
Jesus.
I tried not to scream when I read that. And you played too much, dog. You played too much. It was so much contact, and they just refused to call it. Like, again, the refs did not just have us completely lose, but they damn sure were cheating to help out the Chiefs. Because we was on their ass. We was
I don't
on
know.
their
Okay,
ass.
as much as I'd like to agree with you because I needed the Falcons to score a touchdown in that spot because Kyle Pitts is my fantasy tight end, so I needed them plays. I need more offensive plays. I need them in the red zone. There were a lot of things that didn't help the Falcons' cause in this game, like not being able to cover Rashee Rice is one of them. Not being able to, and I understand that y'all lost offensive linemen, but not being able to get Bijan Robinson. I don't even think he had a total of 50 yards in this game. Did he? He
I
had
wrote it down. Nope, he
he
had
had
31. He
31,
had
yeah,
16 for 31.
31 rushing yards and 21 receiving yards. So just 52 total yards. That's a problem. You got to be able to get that guy. And I feel like we say it every week. If you want to try to establish a run with Bijan Robinson, you want to be able to do it. If you can't, throw him short screens, throw him stuff in the flats, get him the ball because when he has the ball, he can make plays. And the fact that they refuse to give that man the ball is a problem. I personally think AJ Terrell is a good cornerback. I know y'all have two good I know y'all got two great safeties.
Oh yeah.
Um, the other cornerback, I was watching the intros and they show like their PFF rankings on there. The other cornerback next to AJ Terrell he's like a top 10 corner according to PFF. So I'm like, okay, so maybe the other guy's just as good. And y'all couldn't like Rashee Rice looked like Jerry Rice out there. Like y'all can do anything with that dude, you know. And then
First
like
of
y'all,
all,
you have turnovers. Like there's certain things that happen that the refs had no involvement in. Like the refs didn't just let Rashee Rice
course.
ride one open.
And that is what I'm saying. But they did do some contribution, but we also falconed it up.
Yes,
We had some falcon moments. Like Bajan, I don't know how that man didn't do 31 Hold
It was
on.
a hold
Marcus
on.
getting called out.
Hold
Thank
on,
you.
man.
Thank you. He
Hold
got
on.
two teams. I
Hold
told you.
on.
I
It
told you,
was a
dog. Don't
Sunday
say that.
night game. It was a prime.
Two
Everybody
teams.
watched that game last night.
He knows a
Come
lot, dog.
on. Everybody
He
watched it.
he
Kyle Pitts is
knows
on my fantasy team. I had
he
Kirk Cousins
knows
as my quarterback. I gotta pay attention.
excuses. He's a two-timer, dog. I told you, dog. I told. Didn't I tell you? I ain't tell you what I thought. I told you what I know. Okay. Yeah. Why Bajan and Algier didn't get to run more? He got Falcon stuff in there too. Why Bajan and Tyler Algier didn't get to run the ball more? I was also confused. I'm like, where they at? Where they at? Sir, put that stuff down. Cause you show your Falcon stuff while you're there. Not being able to get Kyle Pitts involved is also just
It's
mind-boggling to
embarrassing.
me.
I hate it. I
I'm
hate
like,
having to
what
miss
is
my tight end.
happening? I don't understand what's happening with tight ends overall. Cause even like Kelsey, like even on that end, and I think it's a tight end conspiracy this year overall because most teams tight ends just aren't they're not tight ending this year so far. It's only week
Tight
3.
ends are tight enough.
They're not tight enough. I don't know what it is about it, but overall it's just weird. And then in the third down conversions, the Falcons were only 2 for 9.
Mm.
Like, we got to do better at third down conversions. And then there was a couple of opportunities where we could have just got 3 points, and they decided to try to go for it on fourth down, and we were 1 for 3 for fourth overall. So the offense got to do better overall. And speaking of Rashee Rice, shouldn't he be in jail?
Hey. This
Allegedly,
allegedly. Let's
allegedly,
slow down.
uh, allegedly, he's on the field when he need to be worried about that court case.
Yeah, I think I think they're pushing that off until next year. The legal system's out. They're gonna move that on the next year. But like, okay, so with the pass interference on Kyle Pitts, like you could make a case that it was like a bang bang. It was like, it happened simultaneously, like the ball got there at the same time the defender got there. And maybe you could make that, but for the most part, it probably was a missed call. Or, the refs are doing that thing where it's like, hey, just let him play. Like it is what it is. I don't even think it was a catchable ball, really. Like he wasn't gonna catch that ball regardless. But after that, y'all kicked the field goal on fourth down, right? Or did y'all go for it? Y'all didn't go for it at that point.
Shit, I can't remember. I'm tired.
let me hang on because I think it's probably it's a little bit, I guess some.
You can find it. Man, I had a long ass weekend, and then there was a Sunday night game. Tired. Okay, Ant said we went for it. Thank you, Ant. You're the best.
Okay, yeah. So 3rd and 5 on the 6-yard line, you guys go for it, and then there was another incompletion at Kyle Pitts, and at that point there was 4 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock when that happened.
Tragic. Tragedy.
Like I I I understand that that's a missed call and it's a bad call and it looks bad at the especially looking after the fact that you guys lost the game, but you guys also had another opportunity to get 5 yards in the red zone with a 6'6" tight end, a 6'4" wide receiver, and Bijan Robinson who can catch out of the backfield and is one of the like a top 5 running back, and you guys couldn't do that. And then with 4 minutes left in the game, the Chiefs promptly went 3 and out. Like 3 plays, they're out and they punt the ball, and you guys get the ball back with 2 minutes and 26 seconds. That's a long time. And I think you had like at least 1 or 2 timeouts, I believe. I don't know how many timeouts I had, but you at least had the 2-minute warning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. For me to have that kind of time, and you guys were on the 35-yard line. So I mean, that's a good little ways to go. But when you consider the type of offensive players you guys have and the quarterback you guys think you have, and two timeouts and the 2-minute warning, you got to go 70 yards. I don't know. I'm not looking at that defense, that missed call by the refs and saying, well, that was the reason why they lost the game. Like, you had plenty of opportunities after that. You guys just kind of made.
I said some people are. Not
Well,
me.
that's what the conversation is online. There's a lot of people
There is.
complaining about, like, oh, we lost the game because the ref didn't throw the call. Our Kyle Pitts got tackled in the end zone. We should have got the ball. Okay, let's just
that
think
is
this
true.
out. Let's do a thought exercise. So what happens?
Oh God, you want me to think?
No. So what
on my
happens?
lunch break? You want me to think on my lunch break?
So what happens if the Falcons get that call? They get the call, and you get the ball on the 1-yard line, and say you guys score. So now it's 24-22, right? And there is about 4 minutes left in the game with the 2-minute warning, and I think the Chiefs had maybe one timeout left. Do you think you guys hold Patrick Mahomes from getting in the field goal range? Because that's what it takes to beat you guys. Because you guys have 24 and they got 22. They just need a field goal to win. And they got one of the best kickers. He's hitting a 50-yard field goal. Do you think the Falcons keep Patrick Mahomes in that offense out of field goal range?
Oh, I was about to say something.
Oh God.
Man,
I guess
nobody. Hold on, I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. Allegedly, wait, no. Nobody gives a fuck about that alleged blank sexual. That kicker that they got. No, nobody give a goddamn about that alleged blank sexual. Okay? With his freaking MAGA, all that stuff. He can go to hell. That kicker. Man, I want to whip his ass.
Oh my God.
He's so full of it.
It's a lot of smoke for a kicker.
You alleged rainbow flagger. No, I'm not. No,
that was flagger with an L, right? Flagger.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure you can say it. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm a LGBTQ, so I can say it. Okay. I can say that stuff. Y'all can't say that. No, nobody say that in the comments. Only I can say that. You gotta be part of the Rainbow Coalition to say stuff like that. Okay. So I can say it. Y'all don't say it. Y'all don't go around saying that. Don't be like Lethal said. Look now. Don't say it. Don't get your ass beat. Okay. Out in these streets. But nobody care about that kicker. But no, we couldn't have we might have been able to hold him because we did play pretty well, and we did hold him from getting what 2 touchdowns in the red zone, if I'm not mistaken. I remember one for sure. We held them from scoring 7 in the red zone. I think we were able to do that 2 times. So our defense did pan out. And speaking of defense, no real complaints on the defense. Justin Simmons, let me tell you something. Justin Simmons, bro, I was not familiar with your game before, but I am familiar with your game now. And it's not because I just wasn't watching, wasn't like not checking for you at all. It's because I've never watched the game. He was on the Broncos, right?
Yeah.
I ain't watched a Broncos game since what's his name left? Was it Peyton Manning?
Yep.
There, yeah, since Peyton Manning left. I ain't watched the Broncos game since then. So I didn't know who you were when you were signed out. So I'm like, the Broncos. That's all I said to myself when I saw you from the Broncos, dog. I apologize. I'm familiar with your game. Man, that boy got that pick. I was like, hey yo. And he's got the most picks against Pat Mahomes. Like, period. Like, overall. Like, what, 13, I think? And he's got the most picks as a safety of, like, all time now or something like that. I forgot what the record is. But, man, that boy bad right there. I apologize. Jesse Bates almost got an interception. And the defense, they pretty much held their own. I mean, they couldn't. We had some pass rush issues, which, I mean, we're used to that. We always have pass rush issues. And then they tried to do a decent job of stopping the run. However, that Steele boy, what's that? Steele. Oh my God.
Carson.
Man, that boy ran down our throats. Between Steele and Rice, it was like, hey, yo, how are we going to stop the both of them? We couldn't really.
I
Steele
gotta.
came from Ball State, they say, and he was running.
I know you're talking about the defense, but I was looking at the Chiefs offensive stats. Who's y'all's go-to guy? Because it's pretty clear.
Howard?
Yeah, for the Falcons. So because it's pretty clear looking at the Chiefs, their goal today was to get the ball to Rashee Rice. Like they've established, like, hey, Rashee Rice is our guy. He's wide receiver 1. We got to get him, targets. Like he had 12 catches. Nobody on that team had more than 4. Or had 5, because Travis Kelce had 4 catches. But no one else had more than 5 catches. He had 12. Like it is. Do y'all have a guy, like a guy on that offense?
That's a go-to in these last 3 weeks? No. These last 3 weeks, it's either gone to Ray. I'd argue Ray's a go-to guy, and Mooney. But as far as in getting touchdowns, I think Drake is the go-to guy for
like red zone stuff.
Red zone and overall touchdowns. If I'm not mistaken, he has the most touchdowns so far. And yeah, even Bajan and Algier, like last week, it was all pretty much Algier was running down their throats. This week it was more, we saw Bajan. But no, we don't have like just one go-to guy. Yeah, Ray and Mooney, those are the two that Kirk likes throwing to the most that we see. And then yeah, we don't
I just feel like that, like I said, you guys spent a top 10 pick on Bijan Robinson, a top 10 pick on Drake London, a top 10 pick on Kyle Pitts. You spend $100 million plus on Kirk Cousins, and it's like, how do they not have a guy, like a guy that you can, like, all right, like, it's kind of like in the NBA, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're watching the Warriors or the Lakers or the Sixers or any, like, pick any team. If they're down by 1, they got a guy where it's like, hey, you get the ball, you make something happen. Like if the Bulls are down by 2 points, you let Jordan do something with it. The Lakers are down, you let Kobe do something. The Cavs, LeBron, the Heat, Wade, the Warriors, Curry, like they got a guy where it's like, we're winning and losing based on what you do. I don't care what you do, but we're getting it to you. And I feel like maybe not even last year, like 2 years ago, it was Travis Kelce for the Chiefs. And before that, it was like Tyreek Hill. Now they've kind of transitioned to where it's like, all right, now it's Rashee Rice. And even with the Falcons back in the day, it was like, all right, the game's on the line. We need a first down or we need a touchdown. Hey, fuck it. Julio down there somewhere. Chuck it up to 11. Like, we're doing that. I don't care if he's double covered, triple covered, whatever. Throw it to Julio. Like how do you go through that many drafts, drafting that high consistently without having a guy like that? Like not even saying they got to be like a wide receiver, but like a running back. You got a wide receiver, tight end, and a running back, and none of them are like your go-to guy. That it's like they're all just good. They're fine. But like if you're the Viking, like you saw what Sam Darnold did in week 1. He's in the back of the end zone. He's like, hey man, fuck it. Justin Jefferson up there somewhere. And he was like, fuck it, throw it up there. See what happens. Have your Stephon Diggs, he's out there somewhere. Make a play. Nico Collins, go make a play. you're our guy. Go make a play. And I just don't feel like the Falcons have a guy where they can just like, it might be bad coaching or bad game planning, but like force feeding a guy the ball where it's just like, hey, he's capable of doing something. Like if we're gonna have a game breaking play, it's gonna be from this guy. So we just have to get him the ball no matter what.
Yeah, no, we don't have that right now. Maybe it'll develop since the season's still going, and Kirk still has to get his, I guess, trust into people. Again, I don't know why Kyle Pitts isn't being used more. Than he should be. Fourth overall, highest paid tight end, highest drafted tight end. He should be being used all the goddamn time, but he's not.
That dude is
Bajan,
6'6", man.
uh,
He's 6'6".
Bajan, he should be used. I think he should be being used more. However, the arguments online I've been agreeing with so far that hey, Tyler Algier is possibly better than Bajan
They need to
right
put
now.
him, they need to have both of those guys on the field at the same time.
I
Just have
agree
them both on the field. Like,
because
hey, we're either gonna run it with Bijan or we're gonna throw it to him. If the running's not working, then we'll just split Bijan out and do something like
like,
mix it up.
you
It
can
just can't be one or the other.
and you can give it to Tyler Algier and keep Bajan on the field because what Bajan did see that I noticed yesterday and last week against the Eagles is his blocking capability. Oh my God. Like, I've never noticed it before, but I also didn't know if he was used like that before. But he picked up that blitz. Like, he smashed right into that guy. He did a couple other blocks for damn, what other blocks he do? I thought I wrote it down. But if y'all just go back and watch Bajan, just watch the offense, Bajan was blocking the hell out of people. Like, that dude can actually block folks, like for real, for real. Like,
Well,
maybe small mighty, but he can block.
I just think that if you have Bajan on the field and you have, say, you have Tyler Algier in the backfield, like a single back, you have Pitts on one side, you got Drake London on the other side, you maybe put Moody in the slot or Ray Ray or something, and then you put Bijan in the other slot position. At the worst, they're gonna put a linebacker on him. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
Bijan could cook a linebacker. But if it's like, hey, we like our run set here, now you're taking a linebacker out of the box, and now you have a better chance for Tyler Algier to get a good run in. Or if they put a safety on him or something like that, you can do like you got to be a little bit more creative when you have that type of talent on your team. Like you have a Tyler Algier and a Bijan who are both capable running backs, but what Bijan's skill set as a catcher, as a pass catcher, move him out there and just I don't want to say like make it play it like it's Madden, but if this was Madden, I would do a hurry up offense. I'd have Tyler Algier and Bijan in the backfield, and I would just move them around, put them in motion, hot routes, something else. Okay, now we're gonna audible to a run play because you put a linebacker and you move the safety out. Now we're gonna do a run play. We're gonna just make it complicated for the defense, make them think about what they have to do because it seemed like every time Tyler Algier was on the field, Bijan Robinson wasn't out there. It's like you're going out there with a gun that holds 6 bullets, but you're going out there with 4. Put all your best players on the field at the same time.
Right.
You're capable of doing it.
We are, and there are coaches that did it and that would have done it. And I'm not gonna say any names, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done. And speaking of Bajan, real quick, this one thing we didn't talk about that is controversial, but I don't know why y'all are mad at Bajan for kicking that ball. Because I too would have kicked the ball. What are y'all mad? Why? He kicked the ball and we got a penalty for it. Oh, he didn't dive on it. That's a business decision. Did you see all them big ass players coming for that ball?
At that,
I would have kicked that shit too because homeboy was coming from the left diving for it. He's about to grab it. So I would have kicked that shit too. I don't want these big old guys falling on top of me. to get the ball. I'd have kicked it. I'd have done the same thing. Boop, whatever. We take a little penalty. Come on now. Y'all acting like if y'all in that situation and there were two big old 300-pound men behind you and one about to dive for the ball that could get it and set the Chiefs up for success to score. You wouldn't have kicked that ball. You would have dove for it yourself. Huh?
So we had the same situation in week 1 where Jonathan Taylor fumbled the ball at the sideline, and Ashton Doolin came in and he dove for the ball, but he wasn't diving to pick the ball up. He was diving to knock it out of bounds. You can't be as obvious. You can't just run over there and kick the ball. Like you gotta you gotta dive for it and just push it out. Like I get the thinking.
Okay.
I get the thinking. Like I get it, but like it can't be that obvious. Like it's like, all right, I'm just trying to get the ball. I'm gonna kick it into the stands. You just gotta just slide over there, just push it out of bounds. Like
Hey, look now. Sometimes soccer players they'll slap the ball with their hand. Business decision. It was a business. I'm with you. It ain't the Super Bowl. It ain't. We ain't Cam Newton situation. You know what I'm saying? It's week 3. Keep your legs. Don't let no. You already get hit by these 300-pound men. Let's not do it right here. Bajan, I stand with you. We stand with Bajan and his mustard, which I keep saying I'm gonna buy and I haven't yet. I don't want to pay for shipping, but they said it's gonna be at Auntie Anne's, so I'm gonna go to the mall and I'm gonna try it and let y'all know if it's good. But Aunt said we tried what you said to do, Marcus, and Tyler missed a block on that last play.
That wasn't the best play call. I don't think. I think you could put your players in a better position on that last play, like running laterally against that defense.
Hold on now, because that last play, Bajan said in his post-game presser that Kirk made that call, not
Really?
Zach. He said, yeah. So he was like, "Oh, glory to God, buy my mustard, da 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 da." And then he's like, the last play, Kirk was looking at all the whatever the defense was doing at the time. He was like, "Yeah, so we were going through like 5 plays or something like that, and trying to pick which one." And Kirk missed like something that one defensive player was doing. He missed that he was doing that, so he picked this play thinking that he wasn't doing that or whatever the scheme was the defense drew up, and that's what happened.
So Kirk Cousins
had a few options and went with that one.
So it sounds like Kirk Cousins got fooled by the defense.
Yeah.
By audibling into a worse play than whatever his options were, and that I don't know if that's on the offensive coordinator or on the quarterback, but Kirk Cousins has been in the league way too long for that to happen. Honestly, for me, like he's been in the league for over 10 years. I'm trying, like I'm looking at the play right now. I'm trying to see who was on the field when this happened. Like, here's my thing: when it comes to like having Bijan and Tyler Algier on the field at the same time, Tyler Algier is not on the field to block. Like, he's not on the field to run block. He's on there to either pass block or run the ball. But like, yeah, did he miss? Yeah, he missed the block. I mean, even if he does get that block, it's a tough call. I think you just run it up the gut, man. Yeah, even if Algier makes that block, I think the Chiefs just had that play dialed up because 20 is right over the top, and y'all's offensive line got 0 push. So yeah, you got to call a better play than that. You got to have a money play. Don't call, like, when the game is on the line. Don't call plays. Call players. Who's your player that you're going to call? Michael Penix. I don't know. Like that's my thing. When the Colts lost last week, and Jonathan Taylor wasn't on the field, I was like, that's our best player. Why isn't he on the field? I don't care what the call is. Get the ball to our best player. I don't like call the
Yeah,
best player.
a
Call the
lot of
best player for
people.
that player.
Yeah, a lot of people on Twitter and what I saw on Facebook were like, "Why did we run when we could have just passed the ball to somebody to pick that up?" They're like, "Man, they've been stopping us," which they did. They started stopping the run. So they're like, "Man, if y'all didn't pass the ball," but I don't know. And as far as Phoenix, we could do something like that because remember when the Saints, um, what were they doing? No, they're using what's his name,
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. Yeah, just surprise, surprise, and he was killing us. When they would do that, that man. I mean, we could do that. That is a possibility to put Penix out there for short yardage or like, oh, surprise, have him chunk the ball down the field and then go sit down for the rest of the game. Hey, that could be a possibility.
Maybe. Like I maybe it's a thing. Like it. I don't think you guys are in a bad spot. Like no one's. I get it. You know, fans are going to be fans, and they probably felt like they should have won that game. But
Hmm.
nobody should go around, feeling like their season is over because they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs.
The
Like
Chiefs,
they're the Chiefs, guys. Like
the Chiefs.
that's now these next, and I think I said this last time, these next three games, this is the season starts for y'all next week because I think y'all played at home against New Orleans. Like this is y'all's first division game, and then after that you got Tampa and then Carolina. Like at first I thought Carolina was an easy dub because of
Hmm.
how Bryce Young looked. Bryce Young ain't gonna beat her now. Now you got Andy Dalton, who's a grown up. Like I'm not saying he's good, but he's a grown up and he's been in the league for almost 10 years. So like, yeah, being at 1-2, you like 1-2, you guys are still good because I think like the Saints are 2-1, the Bucks are 2-1, the Panthers are 1-2. If y'all can beat the Saints and you guys are 2-2 with them, now you guys are tied. You can beat the Bucks. You go to 3-2, they fall to 3, whatever. Like this is probably the part of the season where you can like kind of separate yourself in the NFC South. Like if I'm a Falcons fan, I would like to at least win 2 out of these games. Like I would like, obviously you want to beat the Saints because it's at home. You want to win the home
And
division
fuck
games.
them.
Yeah, and then y'all got y'all's whole thing. And then you want to split that Bucks Panthers back to back. Like if you can get one of those, then y'all are if y'all can win 3 in a row, then you guys are smooth, not smooth sailing, but you guys are on a great trajectory with that.
Oh, for sure. Shout out to Big Low Country Sports. What in the world, Bo? Appreciate you coming in. Y'all make sure y'all go. I'm sure y'all are already subscribed. If you're not, what are you doing? Go subscribe to him and Coach Ronnie. They're hilarious. He'll be at the games making commentary. I'm gonna catch you. One of these games I go to, I'm gonna catch you in them stands, Big Low Country. I'm gonna catch you slipping. Not to beat you up, just to see you and give you and Coach Ronnie a hug. But shout out to y'all. Yeah, we got whew. Yeah, the Panthers won their first game with that redhead. It wasn't it Andy Dalton. His name skipped my mind. They won their first games, and we're like, man, that was about to be an easy dub. But man, and I forgot to set up my fantasy lineup. So I have one of the wide receivers for the Panthers on my bench. That man put up like 30 points for my fantasy team, and he's on my bench. I'm like, hey, yo, help me. So that sucks for my fantasy team. But also, if they keep playing like this with a decent quarterback, because remember, everybody was like, oh, the Panthers just suck overall, blah, blah, blah. Like, they don't have any weapons. And then Andy Dalton comes in, and it's like, oh, shit, they do have weapons. Now, it's like, what are we going to do here? Hopefully get that dub because, I mean, overall, again, we're improving week after week. Y'all gotta admit it. We held our own against the Chiefs. Of course, the boneheaded decisions we talked about all this whole episode. That has to change. But we held on against the Chiefs, 5 points away. 5 points away. We could have kicked some field goals, all that stuff. Raheem wasn't really talking about it in the press conference. He was just like, nah. Like, whatever, dog. Okay, you don't want to talk about it. Whatever. But it is what it is. And hopefully we beat the Saints. Because didn't they lose? Did they lose? They lost, right?
Yes.
Shit. Okay, they lost. Thank goodness.
Like I
So
said,
fuck them.
this is an opportunity to be like tied for first place in the NFC South by beating the Saints.
I'm with it. And hopefully we could beat all of them, the Saints, the Panthers, and the Bucks. And then we're up. Like, we're improving. Y'all got to admit, bonehead decisions aside, bonehead play calling, bonehead quarterback play, and all that stuff. We're doing pretty damn well, and we're improving week after week. Now, does it suck? Did they get our hopes up for nothing? Of course. But come on, y'all
You
got
know
to
what?
see that it is improvements week after week, y'all.
That's what y'all do, man. That's what y'all do. Y'all should be used to
That's what
that.
we do. That's what we do. So we should be all right. Any score predictions for next week?
Shoo! Let's see. At home against the Saints. I haven't really watched a lot of the Saints play, honestly. I know they've been putting up good numbers on offense last week or outside of last week. I'm not sure how good their defense is. I know they beat the brakes off of the Cowboys, but the Cowboys might actually not be good. So it's hard to say. But as someone that has the Falcons winning the NFC South, I'm gonna have to say Falcons 31, Saints 24.
I'm gonna say Falcons 40, Saints 0.
God
'Cause
damn.
fuck them.
No bias in
Okay,
there.
40-3.
Even better.
Fuck them. I'll let them get a little field goal in. That's it. That's it.
Real quick before we go, can we talk about Arthur Blank putting his name in the ring of honor at the stadium? He's that man is better than
Oh,
me. That man is better than me because I did that day one. Day one, I buy this
bro.
team. My name is going up there. First day, I don't care what y'all did. I'm up there.
Yeah,
Y'all celebrating me.
that's right. I'm like, you the owner and you inducting yourself into the Ring of Honor ceremony. And you wanted everybody and their mama there. So what you did was you were like, oh, free food for everybody to get people to buy more tickets to
Mm,
come in and give an incentive for them to come into the stadium, even though the prices for a hot dog and a drink is only like $3 or $4 at the
yeah,
stadium.
y'all's food
So
is
you have
affordable in this
everybody
stadium.
there to just celebrate you and kiss your damn ass. And you own the team. Why do you need a ring of honor when you own the team?
I do. I would celebrate me every home game. Every home game at halftime, you're gonna sing my favorite song dedicated to me.
I don't. I was
It's
about
gonna
to
look
say.
like it's gonna look
I
like
was
a
about to
cult in
say
there.
that man. He old as fuck. We don't. I don't know if we want to hear what his favorite song is.
Oh
It
my
might be
god.
something mad. You know what? Okay.
No comment.
No comment. But shout out to everybody for listening. Unfortunately, I gotta go back to hell. I mean work. And we will catch y'all on the next one. We out.